Hi, my name is LIN SHENGBO from class LF06. Today's presentation focuses on 4 different topics, namely the microeconomy and understanding the business cycle, tariff and trade wars, insight from behavior economics, development in AI, and implication for inequality in the labor market. The first is topic 1, the microeconomy and understanding the business cycle. We need to understand 3 key microeconomy measures, that is gross domestic production, inflation, and unemployment. Gross domestic production is the value of the total goods and services produced by a country in a period. Inflation means that the price level continues to rise, resulting in the decrease in the purchasing power of money. Unemployment represents the percentage of people not working in the total labor force. These 3 measures have a certain relationship with the business cycle. During the expansion of business cycle, GDP grows, unemployment falling, inflation likely to rise. In the contraction, GDP contracts, unemployment rise, and inflation may fall. For organization, change in GDP affect market demand and investment decision. Inflation affect cost pricing and wage negotiation. And the unemployment rate reflect the tightness of labor market and affect the difficulty of hiring. An economic expansion is suitable for expanding production, increasing hiring, and launching new products. While a contraction, when GDP decrease and unemployment rise, need to control costs but may get cheap acquisition opportunity. Topic 2 is about tariff and trade wars. Recently, with the elective of Donald Trump as US President, the issue of tariff and trade wars coming into focus, I will use the demand and supply graph to analyze what a new tax on exports from Singapore to the United States will look like. First of all, the US imposed tax on Singapore goods, which make these goods more expensive in US market. So the supply curve shaped vertically, causing the price P1 to reach to P2. Consumer will demand less in the face of higher price, so D1 move to D2 and quantity move left from Q1 to Q2. The equilibrium point has moved from E1 to E2. Let's look at this from a business perspective. An increase in tax will lead to decrease in organization sales volume and a decrease in exports to United States, leading to a decrease in revenue. At the same time, the product may be unmarketable in the local market, which will lead to a backlog of inventory. Finally, to control costs, companies may reduce production or lay off workers. At the same time, tariff will also have an impact on trade between countries. Tariff will increase commodity price and reduce consumer welfare, which increase trade costs, and enterprise need to address logistic and production layout, which will affect the global supply chain. Secondly, it is to promote cooperation between countries and other countries. For example, if the United States increase tariff on Singapore, Singapore will export product to China. Topic 3 discuss how behavior economy can be used to understand why people make unhealthy food choice. Traditional economy assume that people are perfectly rational, and make choice based on what's best for them. But in behavior economy, even those people think it is important to eat healthy, people often make unhealthy food choice because the way humans make decisions is not always rational and logical. First, according to present base, people tend to give priority to satisfying immediate desire, such as the immediate pleasure brought by high sugar and high fat food. In contrast to traditional economy, traditional model assume that people rationally weight long-term benefit, such as health. Second, under stress and fatigue, the brain relies more on the intuitive system to choose high-calorie food, while the traditional theory ignored the interference of emotions on decision making and believed that people always stay calm. Third, unhealthy options tend to more visible and accessible, such as the fast food restaurant, while healthy options require active effort, such as cooking your own meal. The traditional module say that this is not a fact rational choice, but people tend to choose the more convenient fast food. Topic 4 separately discuss whether generative AI reduce inequality. Firstly, from the perspective of generative AI reduce inequality, AI improve the productivity of low-skilled workers. For example, through programming, design enable low-wage workers to undertake more complex tasks. Second, companies are more willing to hire people who can use AI tools, so the demand raise and wage raise. Finally, the popularization of AI allow people to learn independently through online courses, master new skills, and break the barrier of resource. We can see the labor market diagram at right. With the assistance of AI, the demand curve of the low-skilled labor market shift rise from D1 to D2, which rise from W1 to W2, and the labor force also increase from L1 to L2. Second, let's look at the generative AI increased inequality. First of all, AI will replace certain positions such as legal consulting, graphic design, and other positions no longer so much labor. And AI development or some low-skill position will need more labor. Second, companies will replace human labor with AI tools, so that profit increase for owner of capitals, such as corporate shareholder, while labor share of income decrease. Let's see the labor market diagram at right. Since AI will replace some jobs, then enterprise no longer need as much labor, so demand decrease and the curve D1 shape left to D2, which fell from W1 to W2, and the number of workers fell from L1 to L2. Over the next 5 years, we are likely to see both increase in equality and decrease it. In countries where AI adoption is fast, AI may reduce inequality, such as Singapore, United States. In the development country, inequality will increase in countries with the high share of low-skilled labor. That's all my presentation. Thank you.